straight from President Trump about his new attorney general, my good friend Pam Bondi. Take a listen, please.
Pam was a career prosecutor for nearly 20 years and was one of the toughest and smartest and best and most successful attorney generals in the history of Florida. As Attorney General of the United States, Pam has a historic and urgently needed task ahead of her, and she'll lead the Department of Justice in crushing violent crime, demolishing the gangs, which are all over the place. If you look at New York, if you look at Chicago, if you look at Los Angeles, destroying the terrorist cartels is going to be a very big priority for Pam, and that leads to crime and it leads to a lot of drugs. So she's going to take care of it, and she'll stop the invasion of our country and get fentanyl off our streets. And we're going to be working with her very closely. Kristi Noem and Tom Homan and all of the people are going to be working very closely with Pam. She's going to end the weaponization of federal law enforcement and restore honesty and integrity at the DOJ and the FBI.
All right. I think we're on. Joining us now is U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is a dear old friend. Pam, thank you for this very much, Madam Attorney General. So we're talking about making America great again. We're talking about unleashing prosperity. How about making America safe again, Attorney General?
That is President Trump's directive and President Trump's priority, as we all know. And we have all been going nonstop to make America safe again. You know, and of course it starts with our border, as you know, and Tom Homan and Kristi Noem have been doing a great job and collaborating with all of us. It's just, Larry, it's been nonstop. Yesterday, there was a huge arrest that we made in California, someone from Guatemala, 20,000 person smuggling ring, human trafficking smuggling ring. Yesterday in California. Last week we're making arrest an ISIS terrorist in New York, sending money to ISIS. It's nonstop. We're making cases left and right. As you saw, Mexico just gave us back 29 prisoners. And that was huge. I got to talk to the family of Kiki Camareno. He was the DEA agent killed in the 80s. Talked to his widow, talked to his son. His son is now a judge in California. They said they had been asking President Reagan to bring this guy to justice since the 80s. And you know who did it? Donald Trump. And now the guy's back in our country thanks to President Trump.
So one of the things you're teaching, and we've been talking about this, is federal law supersedes state and local law. And so all this virtue signaling about sanctuary cities, you're breaking right through it. So is Tom Homan, but you're the backstop as the Attorney General. Will this continue?
Oh, it's going to stop. You know, we've been getting some bad rulings out of liberal district court judges who think they control the entire country, but they don't. You know, they're issuing rulings ex parte at 1 a.m. on a Saturday, trying to stop us, trying to stop everything we're doing, trying to stop DOJ, trying to stop Secretary Bessent, Secretary of Treasury. You know, a judge issued an order saying, this is one of my favorites, saying that the Secretary of Treasury had no control over the money in the Treasury Department. I mean, that's how outrageous it is. But we are winning. We're going to continue winning. And the Supreme Court, they follow the law.
So how can these judges, you've got these Biden judges, you've got these Obama judges, these temporary restraining orders, they are taking president's executive authority away, his Article 2 authority away. They can't do that. They can't. Somebody's got to put an end to that.
They can't do it, Larry, but they think they can do it. You've got one district judge thinking in Rhode Island, thinking he can control the money for the entire country. I mean, they think they think they control everything, and they don't. And that's why we are going after them every step of the way. The Justice Department will fight back, and we will win. We will defend EPA. We will defend the Secretary of Treasury. We will defend all of this money. And it's the President of the United States' decision who to hire, who to fire, where money goes, not these career bureaucrats.
So, Attorney General Bondi, can you get this to the Supreme Court? I mean, how does this end? Here. Trump, all he's saying is he wants to review, he wants to pause federal funding in some areas, not all, pause federal funding for a review. He's not even cutting yet, and these judges won't let him have a review. Now, there's something terribly wrong about that.
Well, Larry, first of all, there's a reason why they don't want the president to see the money. There's a reason why they don't want us to know where all this money's been going. It's massive. The fraud is massive. I think the crimes attached to it that we're going to find are unprecedented. And that's why the Supreme Court is backing us up. They're going to back us up. It's just getting through all these district court judges. Because the president has a right. He was elected overwhelmingly by the people of the United States of America to do just the job that he's doing.
Last one, real quick, since we're talking budgets and stuff like that, and you know me, I can't help myself. Can someone take a look at whether the president should have impoundment authority? If Congress says we build a bridge for $1 billion, and Mr. Trump says I can do it for $500 million, why can't you let him do it for $500 million?
Because they want to spend the money, right? They want to spend the money, and they don't want to listen to the greatest negotiator in the world, Donald Trump.
All right. Attorney General Pam Bondi, you're very kind. I know you're busy. You're very kind to come down. It's a pleasure to see you.